Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Okay. Well, at least that works. All right. Let's see if things are going okay here. Turn on my station. I'm a little bit early, I know, but
Stream element spot running robot face.
all right, that's good. Hello, folks, it's me. I'm Big and I'm back, and we are live playing Unlimited Saga. You might notice a couple of different things. First of all, and I just realized that for all this time that I've been streaming, for the past how many odd years was that, or maybe it's just since I switched over to this PC that my webcam's inverted. See, it's actually my left arm over here that's doing most of the work. This makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? So you guys don't have to actually yeah, this will actually, left hand, right hand. Yeah, so that's one thing that I've just figured out recently, that hey, this doesn't make sense for the longest time. But yeah, that's one thing, and that's probably why my shoulder's been drooping the wrong direction, because I'm trying to compensate by going one way or the other, and it's just like, wait a minute, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, but I've been that's just me discovering I've been derping for the past year or so. But yeah, we also had some trouble with that my caretaker has some issues he needs to sort out as well. So that's going to be something that's, well, hopefully not recurring anymore, but we'll see how well the issue treats her. But that being said, and everything aside, welcome to the stream. And yeah, we're actually playing Unlimited Saga Best Challenge today, using both Earth Magic Staffs and Throws. And if you read the title, then you know that we'll be playing some dragon quests today to actually try to up our monster rank. And one thing that I've realized that I haven't done yet is that I haven't typed down how many adventures that are remaining in the side quests that I need to do. So 0 out of 21 side quests remaining, or maybe just do this.
This is like flipping your photo sideways.
Yes, it is. Remaining. It's pretty weird, I know. Gotta get a little bit getting used to. But yeah, I flipped my photos. I had my camera the wrong way around for the past how many odd years. And I'm not sure why I did that. Maybe in the beginning I thought that I'll be looking like this way a lot, so it would look weird to... Oh, I know why I did that. I think it's because I was lying down sideways. Yeah, that made sense. I actually had to flip the camera because I was lying down sideways to do recordings while I'm on my side, and I had to flip the camera so that it makes sense. Okay, now everything makes sense in my head. And I just screwed up my desktop audio very much. Oh man, I actually have to go to advanced audio properties now. I don't know how much that I set it to before. Right. So I'm gonna set it to about 3 extra decibels. And close. I think that's what I set it to. But I'm going to turn on my PlayStation audio. So just give me a sec, folks. Hopefully the audio isn't too loud. Let's actually caution in the let's err in the caution of things being quieter than louder. Okay. Yep. Okay, what happened to my... Wait. Come on, boot. Okay, much better. I'll need to actually... Nope, this song is a copyrightable. Much better. I think it's on the quiet side, isn't it? Gonna add a couple of decibelos. That sounds better. Right. Close this. Yep. Maybe howdy, manna. I've switched camera. I've made a little bit of a change to the camera. If you notice, I've recently discovered that I've been looking up. My camera has been flipped the wrong way all this time. So see, if I raise my hand here, and down comes the hand.
Hello, Manta.
Now it makes sense. But anyways, when we last left off in the game, we were actually we're in the middle of doing side quests. And I've updated so that there's an update of how many side quests are remaining. So just having a look at our equipment here. I spent some time off camera upgrading my equipment.
Hi, Amith. I hadn't noticed the camera was flipped between you and your hands.
Yeah, it was between my face and my hands. Now it's actually this way. So, yep, I didn't notice either. So basically, I've been streaming with the camera on the wrong way around for the longest time, and the reason being is that whenever I'm on my side, the camera actually flips the opposite way around as well. So I don't know. It is what it is, but it's finally nice to be able to relate my movement to a mirror before I to mirror my actual movement. And I've been wondering why I've been having trouble. Oh. My wife's going off to work. And what is it? I have lost my train of thought. But yeah, I could actually finally relate my movement now and make sense that, oh, it's actually this shoulder is actually drooping. So hopefully that's going to improve my posture a lot more, because it wasn't making sense in my brain for a very long time. All right, we're fighting dragons. And while we are doing this game, I'm going to also make sure to use Stoots to take as little turns as possible. We also don't have Bubble Blow, so that might be a problem. But we'll see. We're gonna keep using Bubble Blows and throws and boulders and slip. And I've been thinking about the setting of my game as well, of my original game, and the more I think about it, I'm looking at when it was the advent of flight that would actually make sense to implement. And researching through, well, it's a combination of researching through history and playing a lot of Civilization. We are the era that encompasses flight, the discovery of oil, the oil refinery, submarines, radio. They're all discoveries made in the modern era, and by modern era is turn of the century.
1903 was the first successful man-made flight.
Yeah, so the man-made flight was turn of the century. I wonder if ooh, wait, can we actually use Boulder? Nope. I was gonna say, if we could actually use Earth Magic to quench the lava, that'd be real cool. Level 1 undead. I'm not happy to see you. But yeah, that's the turn of the century man-made flight. So it's probably best to set it, but the only problem with yeah.
Considering you can use an actual boulder to fill in the lava to make a path.
Yeah. And it even popped up as an option to choose as well. Anyways, so it would make sense to set it during the beginning of the modern era. And that also Is this the right tablet? Ah, yes, it is. And by setting it in the modern era, we... Okay. Just walk on it. Oh man, 93 damage. Just so much damage. Let's actually just fight some of these beasts as well. Yep, that is the well, that's the best setting for it anyways. Another really cool thing that popped up was I used some random word generators to come up with the name of the tribes. And I was having real trouble coming up with a proper beast mammalian tribe name for the beast people. And what kind of popped up was one of the names of the tribes was Nyx Boar, which, okay, first sounds really cool. Boar means beast, but Nyx means winter. So Nyx Boar refers to like winter beasts, right? And I thought how cool it might be to actually have a bunch of like beast being fire elemental and being the only species that makes sense that could survive the cold. So their element is fire.
Nyx is the name of the Greek goddess of the night.
Yeah, it refers, but I think Nix is also winter, maybe? I'm not sure about that, though. And so, but then it's going to be, yep. But, so I thought, how cool would it be if like the beast people were kind of the trophy ice Nordic people, and having a Roman name would just kind of make sense. And also, it's turning out more and more to be, since we're setting it in the modern era at the advent of the First World War, it's starting to make more and more sense. Walk on lava. Walk on red hot magma. Ooh. Yep. That's a lot of boulders. We're getting LP damage now. And it's...
I don't know my languages, but all I am finding is the Greek goddess. Perhaps a neat name would be finding a suffix that is a synonym for removal, so these fire beasts could be the night slayers. Or some such. Their flaming passion burns away the darkest night.
Yeah. So it, like they're also one of the, because all the other species that we have are like, well, they're the only warm-blooded ones as well. In that sense, like reptiles are kind of Oh. Reptiles are kind of cold-blooded. Amphibians aren't technically warm-blooded, per se.
Funny that we're talking about Greek mythology because I watched the original Clash of the Titans today. It was a movie from 1981, alright.
Clash of the Titans. The original one, right? The one with the oh, the one where... Oh no, that's not it. Was it the one revolving Perseus?
Yeah, we play stop motion FX.
I can't remember if there's another one like super early on with something like Jason and the Argonauts or something, where it's like super high tech stop motion for the time.
It's with that guy that was more popular in some soap opera movie, at least that's what my mother told me.
Yeah. Right. Time to open the locker door. Lock a smooth bliss.
Yup, correct. Jason and the Argonauts. Harry Hamlin.
Yep. The Jason and the Argonauts is the like state of the art one, I think. Random arrow shoots. Magnum charge. Oops, stunned.
Jason and the Argonauts, 1963.
Yep. Rock out. Alright, and the rest could be Iskandar with his... Well, we could give him Earth Dragon. And random arrow shoots. I cannot remember if Earth Dragon has been unlocked. Yes, it has. Of course, I missed the Grand Slam.
Stop motion is such an astounding development. Imagine spending hours to adjust tiny set pieces so that they can be played back to create the illusion of motion. True dedication.
Yeah. Oh, if you're talking about the modern era, it's also the advent of radio, first advent of mass media, the BBC, radio propaganda, and also the piano roll. So it's already kind of informing of the aesthetic of the game already.
It really is. I always like it since I was a kid when I say a certain British company's movies/films.
Yeah. Yeah. The whatchamacallit, there was a cartoon. Well, not, what is the name of the film called?
Asterisk watch say.
Is the Shaun the Sheep and Wallace and Gromit people.
Wallace and Gromit, Shaun the Sheep, Chicken Run. Aardman.
Nice. Opal. Black Armlet? Black Armlet. Hold there.
Tim Burton was also pretty dang good at stop motion.
Yeah, he was. Such an underappreciated art form, isn't it? Okay. Treasure chest. Oh no, treasure tablet. Tablet or chest. I'm going to save state and save state over here as well. I want to try unlocking it first to see what's inside and see if it's worth diffusing.
Thing is, stop motion is expensive, so it kinda makes it a niche thing, along with model vehicle shows.
Yeah. It's so time consuming as well. Oh, this is the save state from early on in the game. Well, let's just boulder our way through here. Power shot will do. Ruby has her
Also
Aegis shield.
interesting because around the time that stop motion was at its height in America, other countries were trying out their own special effects. Japan with the monster suits and Dinamark with puppets.
Dinamark.
I like how movies like Mad God and Del Toro's Pinocchio were in development hell/long development time, but were still able to be completed and released.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to slot 2.
Asterisk Denmark. Mad God is literally a 30-year-old movie in the making that finally released last year.
Yeah. Three. 4. 1. Reload 2. Reload 3.
Mad God is literally a 90s movie released
Reload
in the
4.
2020s era.
Save stat. Degeneration next. Break it down. Did it age well? As a question.
True dedication. Should note, haven't seen Mad God yet. I have seen a review noting the facts about Mad God's development past.
Usually movies that long in development hell can't, like, is already impossibly go, it's gonna be it's gonna be tough to make it any good. I'll say that.
My bad, it actually released in 2021.
Oh. Okay, treasure slime versus money. We have plenty of money. Yeah, Aegis shield. Boulder, boulder. Yeah. But I haven't heard of Mad God as a movie. But I'm reminded
Mad
of
God is like a couple of short, horror-themed stories.
yeah, even especially that kind of compilation movie doesn't age well either.
Critics seem to really like it, so Phil Tippett succeeded in what he was trying to do that managed to get good reception.
Oh, that's good to hear at the very least.
The stop motion is very impressive, but its contents are disturbing.
Oh. Okay, it's stop motion too. If it's stop motion, then it probably is very
It's
timeless.
an anthology movie, not really focused on one narrative.
All right, we're almost done with Seal the Abyss. That's also a good thing. Got 2 tabletos. That's nice.
Experimental horror film.
I probably won't be able to enjoy it too much then. I am not a big fan of horror. Usually I'm not in the state of mind to be able to enjoy horror very much. I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you off me?
Mad God was inspired from Jurassic Park stop motion.
Oh, wow. It's gotta be one heck of a inspiration. I'll need to heal up a little bit. 2, 3. 4. 5. Go walk right through it.
Kinda on the same boat. I don't like watching those stupid B-horror movies where people do stupid things to avoid the bad guy.
It's not so much stupid horror movie doing stupid things. For me, I just don't enjoy getting frightened. Like for me, it's not an. Oh, I don't seek out like that thrill in a movie going experience.
I like horror more as a setting, as in playing Bloodborne and Dead Space where your main character is in control and isn't a pansy.
Yep. For me, it's always been relatively a genre I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy horror games. I don't enjoy horror movies. I never have. It's like it's like a complete mystery to me why people to go and actually watch horror movies, because For me, a movie is usually a enjoyable experience,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not into that myself, all depending. Kinda still want to check out The Thing and The Exorcist to see their acclaimed and iconic ways.
Like, and it feels kind of like off to me to do something I won't enjoy, like as an experience. I I even enjoy roller coasters. Like I get roller coasters.
It's kinda like an adrenaline rush of being spooked. The reason why people will do their devilry.
Um, yeah, I mean I get it in that sense. Okay, let me just do some throws. And I do believe we have some wind whistling. And the only issue, okay, I'm gonna switch back to the topic I was talking about before, which is my game, right? The only issue I have about using a modern era turn of the century setting is that how much I'll need to rely on for, let's say,
But yeah, it's really seeing people die in a horrible, painful death. I rather see a main character slash cast that can fight back. Also have my eye on the old Evil Dead franchise, not that new one.
yeah. But anyways, gore I could sometimes tolerate in the right state of mind. Body horror, not so much.
You know, Ash and his chainsaw in a cheesy fun kind of way.
Yeah, yeah. This is my boomstick. That I could somewhat enjoy, maybe. I don't know. I don't like cutting out a whole genre. That being said, I don't like cutting out whole genres just because I don't enjoy the experience. But if I enjoy, for example, if there's like a horror movie that I enjoy, then I will wholeheartedly recommend it because, you know, it's very rare that I enjoy horror movies. Same thing with me in shonen. If there's a shonen I enjoy, then it's probably very, very good. Or a subversion of the shonen trope. But back to turn of the century.
What's with this heat?
Exactly.
Oh, please don't take it off.
Uh, um. Oh man, I didn't know that was an interaction. Ruby showing some skin, a little fan service. But back to the topic at hand. The turn of the century setting is actually a perfect vehicle.
Back to what I said. Bloodborne and Dead Space, where your main character is capable of fighting with their deck-out loadout of saw cleavers and plasma cutters.
Yep. Those spaces where your character is capable of fighting with a deck out loadout, saw cleavers, plasma cutters, Doom.
Not even enough to work
Yeah.
up an appetite. That's right. That's what you get with such an insightful strategy.
Okay, guys, we've had a lot to talk about, but anyways, the turn of the centuries sets up for like a whole load of diplomacy related like politics.
If Myth was here, he would have said, well, why don't you take off your clothes? Like he said to Tiffin when she's at a desert / I assume a volcano too.
Oh wow. I'll need to check on the turns here, and we'll need to actually spend some time with the healing. Oh, we can't actually go here.
I said this streams ago and you said, oh Myth, you dirty dog.
Yep.
So, wee! I'm sweating like a pig.
I am unharmed.
Oh, please don't take it off.
That makes more sense. That made a whole lot more sense.
I feel like that is a reference to that song with the hook.
My
"It's getting
goodness.
hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Anyway, Biggie needs to finish his train of thought before he loses it. LMAO, hero doesn't want his eyes to burn.
Yep. That actually made a whole lot more sense than. Well, it's smart because it works in both a context.
Nelly's the singer.
Yeah. Yes, I know the song. Yeah, yo. Yep.
It's feeling hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
And what was I in the middle of talking about with my train of thought? But yeah, it sets up for like a ton of diplomacy. Because if you didn't know, the modern era was coming out of the... What was the era before the modern era?
Defense was the key.
I think, just give me a second. There's a really cool quote somewhere. I think Civilization said it. Is there a quote that I could quote? Okay. All right. Let me. Okay. It's the Sean Bean quote. But Legends of Flying Man's Sword, and today you are on the brink of transforming those legends into a reality. With flight and new forms of communication, you create a small and intimate world, but at what cost? Our competing ideas of how to govern and how to live threaten to bring a conflict on a global scale. You must choose your own path to this rising din of ideological oratory. That's the modern era in a nutshell. Super powerful ideas because it's the rise of fascism. Well, like the more accurately, I think the game describes it as totalitarianism, as opposed to or dictatorships, as opposed to uh, democracy or like the idea of democracy came up in the previous era, but also communism was born in this era. Walk on lava, we're fine. And let's just boulder. Yep. So the other cool thing about the modern era being a setting is that it is the actual era that Christ the Redeemer was getting constructed. So the construction of the seventh wonder would actually be part of the storyline. And a really cool thing that actually happened during the that was kind of like not the really cool thing, but the important thing that happened before the turn of the century was the creation of Germany. Because Germany wasn't a nation until like the late 1800s. And by the turn of the century, it was only like 40 years old. So it'd be real interesting to see how we interpret that. And you know how I said that the human nation for me was going to be African inspired. So we'll think of it as in some sort of alternate history where human beings previously were instrumental in the bringing of peace between all the realms, and they did that once imagine alternate history and Africa consolidating as a superpower. Imagine if the entirety of Africa decided to consolidate their entire continent, use a single currency system, and just kicked out all the colonials and became a superpower. So that's the alternate history that I was thinking. And people are just going to say, so just imagine Wakanda then.
Well, the Mali Empire was an impressive empire.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Africa was the cradle of a lot of very impressive empires.
Nice to see Sapphire is a good lightweight martial artist even though she isn't built for strength.
She isn't built for strength, but with the right combos. I mean, she has 59 skill. Look at that. With skills, that much skill, then she'll do a whole lot of LP damage anyways.
I'd say you wouldn't need to make too much of a leap, just have the Mali Empire not collapse and expand outward.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of empires that we could have we have a couple of empires we could draw from. Nubia and the pyramids, Egypt. Egypt's probably
A
the
lot
big
of the
one.
European countries were pretty cool with the Mali.
Yep. Until they got greedy, right? The other I'm not sure. I'll need to look up the other prominent civilizations were Zulu. They basically fought against colonists pretty well. Who else? Ethiopia never got colonized, so we could actually have maybe something like similar to that as a superpower. And it was a center of what is it? The Zoroast religion, I think. So that might fit. So they might decide to unite the African people under one banner. But that's a pretty cool setup. I mean, similarly, the rise of a
The Mali were the main exporters of non-consenting workers to the Europeans. But they were one of the richest empires, so rich that one of their rulers went on a tour of Egypt and the Middle
you're
East
talking
and handed out so much gold that he dropped the value of gold in those regions by at least 25%.
You're talking about Mansa Musa. I know my history. I know my Civ games. I know my history.
Yes.
And somebody used Sharp Eye on it. Ming, you do that. Okay. Step on the lava. Lava. Let's heal up as much as we can. Save state. Walk down this path. Just go walk on it. Sipping on lava like I don't care. Magma becoming active again. Time to fight
But they were
Dragonos.
actually pretty close to the European empires in terms of technological advancement. The thing that ruined them was internal conflicts and the collapse of the sub-Saharan trade routes.
Okay. It sounds cool. Look at us being a bunch of old, kind of educated-ish people. Yeah, I shouldn't have, no stenos, please. Okay. Uh-huh. Save state just in case I could unlock something. Double exorcist isn't bad. What else? Gongming could use the Shield of the Aegis variety. Sapphire could do a couple of power shots.
The Mali were also rather neat in that they actually allowed women in their military ranks as riflemen called Bito.
Right. I'll go look up more about the Mali then as a candidate of that kind of empire, or just an inspiration in terms of aesthetics at the very least. I mean, having a proper aesthetic inspiration, I could even look at Mali or Ethiopia as the basis of the culture of the people. I'm just thinking of whatchamacallit, the Great Zimbabwe, I think that's what it's called. It's actually one of the wonders that are in Africa. Aside from the
Mostly
pyramids.
It was a humiliation tactic because a lot of the tribes they fought against believed it was shameful to be defeated by a woman in a fight. But still, nonetheless, as European traders found, the Bito to impressive rivalry.
The other thing I remember from Civilization regarding them is they had a cavalry as well that were pretty well known, but I don't know anything about them in like much detail. Let's use the multi-hit on the Black Staff. Oh. I was going to use Aegis Shield, wasn't I? Nice. Total agony. Bam, bam, ba, bam. There's a nice noise. Firewall. Yeah, it's just a matter of learning all these spells now. Oh, I'm silly. I should have switched off on Hero's Tablet. I need to switch him to the Holy Seal Scroll to have him learn fire arrows.
Indeed, their cavalry were very impressive as well. In Age of Empires 2, the Malayans have the Bito as their unique unit, but they have throwing knives called Kapinka, which they were also skilled with, instead of rifles.
Nice. Rapid set. Okay. Rapid set. Rapid set. Right, who could use diffuse? Um, Roy could use diffuses. I also had, yeah, fortune teller, right? I'm gonna save state right here.
The
I wanna-
basic cavalry person for the Mali was called a Ferrari.
Yep. I mean, what's more important to me is actually looking up their art, architecture to inspire the art generation or some name generations. Most of the when I said African deity, they came up with Swahili, but I'm not sure. Like where like which region the Swahili came from as a language. Can somebody Google that? And whether if it's going to be kind of cringy to have like Xhosa as a language or some Xhosa names. Or is it Xhosa or Xhosa? No, it's Xhosa. I think that's how you pronounce it. And let's see what we got ourselves one level. Well, we got level 4 and level 5 uh panels, which is good. And also we got ourselves a Diva Madini. Okay, nothing too uh scary or nothing too bad.
Swahili is a common language spoken around the eastern coast of Africa, around the area of Somalia and Mozambique.
Eastern Coast. Okay. Yep. Fair enough then. This is metal artist, of course. Why do I expect anything different? So let's have a look at the tablets and things available here. We got ourselves level 4 kick, which isn't too impressive. We got sharp eye, kick, and punch. So if we go with melee here, that'll be a nice boost.
Which that would be at the total opposite end of Africa from where the Mali Empire was.
Yeah. I could imagine the well, when was the collapse of the Mali Empire then? Was that turn of the century then? Or what period? Okay, this is a boost in magic, but a decrease in earth to 43. This is diffuse, very good. Aura, sharp eye, shield arts, or level 4 fortune teller. Alternately, we could do this. This is a general increase in all of the elements, including earth. But I think the better choice would be this.
It collapsed in 1460, but held on until completely collapsing in the 17th century.
Ah,
Asterisk 17th.
yeah. I think it would be kind of nice to well, we'll see what inspirations we can get in terms of Africa's quote unquote rise to power. But we'll see. I mean, we could come up with anything. It's alternate history. If the Mali never collapsed, that would be interesting as well. Mali never collapsed. If Ethiopia had more prominence. Okay, let's put you here. We have Kick, Maharaja, Metal Familiar Architect, Earth Familiar level 5 seems nice. Okay, but it's on the opposite end of things. Adding Eavesdrop is kind of okay, but we would rather have Diffuse or Locksmith here. But this is a general increase in Earth and skill. That's fine. We have Cave Guide, Sword Arts, Adaptability, and Fire Familiar.
Mali, Ethiopia, and Egypt will be the African demographics that would be the most likely to rise to being a world power, I think.
Yeah. We'll kind of stick with that then. Right. So we'll have line of melee here. Most likely. Which means that we need to improve his strength. Punch and throws. Yep. So that'll go there for now. If we have an X panel that kind of shows up, then that'll work too. Getting a kick panel like over here doesn't seem too bad. What about Diva Madini's tablet? Would that work? Like here? General increase in everything. Replacing his Earth Familiar is not ideal though. This is increase in magic to 37. Earth goes down to 43. Not ideal. Yeah, let's just stick with this, I guess. In a normal case, in a normal case, I would actually pop this down here. That's just a you know what? Let's just pop this down here. We don't have to miss the Earth Familiar too much. All set. Save game data. Let's save it over the NACO lines 1. But yeah. So let's okay, we could try, what could we try? Oh yeah, I've a couple of things I've forgotten to do. As we started. First off, Rafael Vega Chapa, thank you for sponsoring the channel for 7 months in a row. Thank you for doing that. And I thank you all my other members as well. Random Anta, Sephiroth Vale, Doug Bolden, Apilux, as well as RL for being members. You guys get to watch my videos once they come out, but most of the time it also depends whether if I can do well in recording or not. That being said, thanks for supporting me in that way, and for the rest of you guys, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more, click on the bell to get notified for whenever I go live, and that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and try and fight the other dragon. But before that, I think we'll need to quickly head to the Tribal Chiefs trial. And go to Magic Tablets. Still learn your Spriggan Scroll, please. The Spriggan Scroll. Okay. You're learning the correct tablet. I think. You need to finish your Earth one. Kong Ming is learning the Silent Sorcerer Science tablet, I think. Wait, he doesn't have anything for Diva Madini to learn, but we'll keep learning that. You're learning Holy Seal. Alright, next up, sort items by category first, then material, and we'll head back. I'll just make sure. Let's have a look at our equipment over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bits of steel. Potentially 5. Yeah, potentially 5 bits of steel. Right, but then let's go shopping. Negotiate, please. Right, iron, lead. Let's buy all the repair items. What kind of silver mill is this? Just regular silver. We don't need any more ironstone, but quartzes we'll need. Definitely quartz body armor. Let's also buy bits of ravenite here. For repairs. And we could sell some of our items as well. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll save 1 platinum dagger, I guess. Nope, let's just sell them all. I wanted to save up the dagger so that we could trade him for something else. But okay. Head towards Japa, hopefully get some Malak. Alright. The body armor is not what we want. But we could trade him for, say, a bit of silk. But yeah. Anyways. If you talk about history, about the history of, say, Germany becoming a... It used to be like a loose confederation of just all these tiny little states. And then once Germany rose to power... they were kind of a nation looking to establish itself as a superpower amongst all the other surrounding superpowers like France and England, Russia, yeah. Where else? Italy. To a lesser extent. I shouldn't say to a lesser extent, but yep. But with that in mind, yeah, they were trying to kind of show off that they have what it takes to be a superpower. I mean, they're denied all those things, despite them being like Ray, we saved a total of 10 gold by actually buying that with the discount. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so I could imagine something similar with our alternate history timeline of the the so-called African nation consolidating and becoming a global threat or superpower. But with and them being denied the kind of all the rights and stuff. The thing is, the modern era was especially piggybacked off the previous era of like really powerful, like charismatic diplomats. People like Otto von Bismarck, you know, and among other very, say, charismatic people. And generally the younger the generation in that century like didn't have what it takes to keep the Europe or basically the world out of trouble or for the First World War to start. Like I've been also
God dang Final Fantasy making me always think of the whale summon when I hear Bismarck.
Yep. I think it's because of the reference to the ship. Was it a reference to a battleship? Or maybe it's a reference to anime. If you ever watched Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. Ooh, steel armor. Not too useful though.
Yes.
Yeah, Saber Rider and the Star Sheriff. The original anime was called something something Bismarck.
It is a reference to the battleship is what I am saying yes to.
Yep. Okay. But if you're old enough to ever watched Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs, then you'll be as old as me. And it's like, I'm just laughing my head, like, lamowing because it's just so American. They Americanize it so brutally that it's just so funny. Because the original, the one with because it was originally Japanese, and the hero was a Japanese character. There were three protagonists, right? There was a Japanese dude who was definitely the hero, and there was the foppish, not so foppish, but the elegant British dude who rode a mechanical horse. And there was another dude who was, yeehaw, American cowboy with a gun. And they decided to make the British guy the leader instead of the Japanese guy. And people who watched it, watched the original anime were super confused. Well, watched the Americanized version was super confused that the heroine got with one of the sidekicks rather than the hero. Yeah, that's all fun in a bun. But anyways, let's just go on the adventure now. Time to go to Dragon's Haven and try to double dragon today. Get it? Get the reference? Do you guys even get the freaking reference? Adore me. Laugh at my 90s knowledge. Laugh at my millennialness. Okay. Let's go try and kill the Magic Winger. Okay. Oh boy, that's a lot of enemies. And that's a treasure chest. That is a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies. Well, we're here for fun. In a bun.
Who the heck are you?
Alright. Let's go with... we'll use Aegis Shield on you. Then we'll go with Random Arrow Shot. Ruby will boldly go where no one has gone before. Kong will also bold. Use the familiars, please. And Hero will also bold. But let's start things off with parashots, maybe. Did you see the amount of delay on that? Goodbye, little guggies. But yeah, I think it's just to get back to what you were saying. I think the Bismarck is a reference to the battleship, and that's why it was inspired. That what inspired the summon in Final Fantasy. Cyclone. Vinvisal. Knock down. Don't come at a callback. Wait. Okay. Nobody quote that. Okay. Yeah. I really need to think things through before I actually voice them out these days.
Hee hee hee.
Okay, life boost. What is the...
Don't come in at a callback. Biggie, 2023.
Great. Wow. Okay. Block smooth out. Bearbs. Bolds. Shots. Bolds. 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 Nice to Nui. If you know actually what song I'm referencing, then I think it's a LL Cool J rap song that came out in like late 2000 somethings when he was no longer relevant. And his song starts off, "Don't call it a comeback, 'cause I never left." I'm not sure if Diamond was the only one who actually heard that track or not. Oops, lost focus. Keep it up, Gongming. Concentrate. Please make sure that you disarm the lock while we use one stack of Fortune Teller on it. Or 2 stacks of Fortune Teller on it. Because we really want Hero to actually get Magic Blender. And open it. Jesto. Bold air. Power shoot. Bold air. Bold air. Bold air. Okay. Saving state slot 2. What am I getting on about? Yeah, but back to the point about my game, right? This is starting to be more and more having to write like political intrigue type stuff for the human character. Two, 3, 4. Save 1. Okay. Save. Last but not least, we'll get Sapphire to defuse this. Save Stoot. Wait, is this the Fang-like rock though? No. Turn it. We don't have enough turns, do we? What's one turn? Famous last words. Sharp eye. Fang like rock. Magic winger fight time. As an FYI, the Magic Winger is actually one of the least efficient ways of entering the eye. Okay. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. I wonder if anybody got that reference. 3x3 eyes. It's actually a manga written by, what's it call it? Osamu Tezuka, I think? And it's about a character like with a hidden third eye, I think. So it's a really deep cut reference, but maybe not for someone who's Japanese. Nice. Let's just throw those dragons away. And also kind of a life update. I'm not sure how well things will go with my caretaker. We're hoping that tomorrow... Wait, what day is it today? 21st. We're hoping that tomorrow she'll be able to return to work. Oh boy, that's a lot of insects. And pretty high level too.
Another new monster? What a pain.
Yep. Definitely a lot of pain. We're gonna boulder... We'll try to boulder the insect followed by a random arrow shot.
Hopefully, that would be nice.
Yep. Yep. She... Wait. So that's actually proof that Aegis Shield carries across several battles. Didn't know that it did that.
WTF, Aegis Shield does that. Weird.
Yeah. When a game does something that I don't even know, that's pretty impressive.
I think you found out about this streams ago.
Yep. I probably found out and forgot. That's the most likely scenario. Like, I didn't know that it carried over to different battles. I know it carried over, but not for this long. Like, uh, and also, at this point in time, it's becoming less and less likely that I would have a kind of a scripted video out for the come on for an unlimited saga, like what like wish list of things I want. I might make it like record video live and just wing it kind of video, because that requires a little bit less editing. Or maybe I could just make it like a PowerPoint type thing. Because I've been editing that monster for a little while, and it doesn't seem like it wants to get finished. Or I'm just procrastinating for it to get finished. Alright, hopefully this will kill the rest of you. Nice. Boulder. Shots. Shot. Like, I really want the edited to video to come out though, so hopefully something nice will actually show up. Or maybe I would probably get... Actually, just as a thought, because I'll be finishing the series soon, that might actually get me motivated or more content driven enough to actually come up with something. Okay, let me have a look at this. 34. I'm going to try to get down on it. No. I'm trying to get down all the way through the middle of the structure. If I can. These veggie plants aren't helping though. Oh well, our range good enough. Great. But yeah. As things go, the theme of the game that I'm actually creating is going to be like there's an inevitable conflict happening between all the nations. Ooh. That is the wrong place to be. Wait a minute. Did I? Oh, man. I shouldn't have done that. No. Oh, well. And, yeah, I wanted to have the numbers 7 as part of the title, right? Of the game. And I was going something along the lines of 7 realms. 7 realms was my first thought. But then, oh, this is going to be modern era, so realms wouldn't make sense? Or... I'll say, okay, maybe 7 nations. And it just went, oh no. Immediately when I said 7 nations, my head went, do, 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 do. So I can't name it, can't name the game 7 Nations, yeah.
Same LOL.
Yep, so... I could also name it something cringy, like The Last Kingdom, because it's about different tribes adopting different ideologies and taking different sides. Well, I'm not much for speeches, but... But it's going to be... I hate writing kind of like diplomacy.
The Hepta Coalition. Hepta is 7.
Yep, let's...
I'm going to head off to bed. GN.
Okay, good night, Myth. But we'll see if I actually am able to fight the dragon by the end of this.
Good night, Myth.
But yeah, they'll leave us punsters. Leaving us punsters and heading off to bed. But couldn't be 7 Nation or... But it's also like... different ideologies coming to a clash. But that's not the clash of the First World War, though. The clash of the First World War was that it happened because let's say it's like a house of cards. Because just give me a sec. I want these. Because everybody was allied with everybody in a web that's so tangled. Yeah, in a tangled web of alliances that it would be very stupid to actually declare war. Because if you declared war, then you're basically guarantee yourself that everybody else would declare war against each other. Okay, let's kill some Dragonos. And it required like a little bit of a lot of very good diplomacy. To be able to manage and make sure that people don't just go to war against each other. And basically a generation of
Internet went out. Typing from phone. Gotta restart internet real quick.
okay. Let me know when you get back. So let's just talk about the game while we're at it. Alright, so now we could just make sure that we got a couple of throws in with Iskandar. And let's see if we could get a couple of power shots. Just to deal with the Dragono. Zapper is pretty strong. Nice deny there. Extra assist will do if it does enough LP damage. There we go. Nice. Life protection. Fire Shelled. Metal Veld. Degenereld. Life Belst. Damn you, Insecto. Beasto. Getting in the way out. Way-o. Oh, way-o, way-o. Wait. Let's see if we could drake power shots away some of these guys. Nope. Okay. Let's enable turbo. Right. Let's just have Iskandar do a few throws. And a couple of throws here. Hammerfall. Call back. Okay.
Well, I'm not much for speeches, but
Pretty nice. Hey, there's a couple of viewers here. Still here on the stream. So if you're joining in right now, feel free to say hi. Text-to-speech is on. We're just playing a little bit of Unlimited Saga, fighting some dragons. If you could imagine that. Teehee. And there's a reason why we're moving forward without actually healing. Okay, that's a red dragon.
Internet back online. Sorry, I missed your whole little rant.
Don't worry, I'm just ranting about something nonsensical. Or just about the game. But yeah, we are the new generation. Don't die, please, people. Wow. Yeah, but yeah, we're just thinking about how I'm just writing about how I need to write up diplomatic stuff as the main plot point of the game and whip up diplomacy. And I'm not sure if it's going to be like, I'm not sure if it's going to be a turnoff for some people to have like diplomacy and intrigue and stuff. Like, people were into Game of Thrones, but diplomacy is not the only reason people were into Game of Thrones. If you know what I mean. There were dragons in fantasy as well. But the more you read about history, the more you realize that the entire situation regarding the First World War was like moment after moment after moment of like silly coincidences.
I think politics is neat, but you need to be careful about how closely you tie it to real life, which can be tricky.
That's really good point. Yeah, I'll need to keep that in mind. That's a fair point. What was I in the middle of doing? Oh yeah, we're probably trying to get combing some arts learned. So we get some Aegis shield and one boulder, and the rest could go into sniper shot. Hopefully he'll be able to tank for a bit. Don't get paralyzed or something. Okay.
And if you have to tie it to real life, it's a tricky balancing act to make sure it isn't too heavy-handed but not too light-handed that it doesn't make sense.
I think I want the whole political intrigue stuff to be a vehicle for something rather than being the point of it on its being the beyond and then all like its own point. If you understand what I'm saying, like because already we're having themes of the like 7 deadly sins masquerading as virtues, right? That is also already a theme. I think I need to slam. I would love to have it as a vehicle for something. And what's going to make a lot of sense, and for a character-driven kind of narrative, is to have some sort of like before there was a little girl who's actually trying to rise up in power or in rank in like a religious thing. Yeah. Like in a like becoming a religious figure, right? Oh, I know what's gonna make sense in the world. Like, one thing that I need to account for was that magic exists in the world. And with the existence of magic, it is downright kind of like, you know how there's like how prominent atheism is, right? Or like if like in our reality, like the opposite should be true for any reality that has magic. Like I think somebody made a video or a short saying that you'd actually have to be a literal moron if you were an atheist in D&D, because there's so much you actually so many gods you actually draw power from. So if magic exists, then religion will play a huge part in the world or the world building.
Not even enough to work up an appetite.
That's what you call
That's
talent.
what you get with such an insightful strategy.
Because you're actually drawing from, yeah. I have a I have an idea now, just popped up. I think because of the existence of magic, right? The world that we build that is in the modern era is going to be a lot more religious than the modern era of our world, because magic exists, simply put, right? Like the existence of magic proves that there is an existence of.
Since we are working on arcanum rules and magic is dampened around modernity, then it would be kind of funny to have pseudo-atheists that believe that magic is not dangerous at all. But they live in big cities.
The thing is, I'm not sure if we're going to go by arcanum rules at all or not. And the reason why I'm so iffy about going by arcanum rules is because the creator of Arcanum, Timothy Kane, has recently been super active on YouTube. Like if you look at his channel, he's going on about game design and systems implementation and stuff. He's like, his videos are like super useful. And the magic versus technology thing, like basically, I'm afraid there might be an Arcanum too. There's a likelihood there might be Arcanum too, which is pretty awesome if that was the case. But I also need to make that contingency of the game being a ripoff. I mean, the game is a ripoff, so like we borrowed a lot from not only Arcanum but Unlimited Saga anyways, and it's a different genre altogether.
Interesting. Well, we could work off the idea that modernity and creation could bring order to the magic world, which dampens all other forms of magic.
I think this is just an
And
idea.
metal is the magic of creation and modernity.
This is just an idea because uh, like you remember that we have the plot twist of there being a secret eighth race, right? Like that was going to be the thing, and we discovered like a hidden terracotta army, like underneath the earth or something, as a big plot twist. I want maybe the okay, don't okay. One thing I probably might turn into a twist is unlinking magic with faith. That'll be an interesting twist. Like people had, maybe various peoples and religions have like a belief system, right? That thought that the power of magic comes from belief and faith. And then the human people in the world, or the quest of the human people, has the heroine uncover a conspiracy or uncover a truth that that says that magic is actually independent of faith or belief systems, but it's from a different mechanic entirely.
Defense was
Not
the
even
key.
enough to work up an appetite. That's right.
And if she revealed this truth to the world, it would kind of destabilize everything. And so she's on the run from people who
Oh,
yeah.
this is a storyline in FF14. We actually find out the gods we thought were the bringers of magic and ether, but the inverse was actually true and the gods were formed from ether.
Oh, yeah, that's... So I have Final Fantasy 14 to thank now. It's been done, fine. Alright, we are in Dragon's Haven. Hopefully we'll be able to finish off this quest with the dragon, Dragono. I want to make sure. Okay. 65, so we could heal up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Save suit, item, equipment category, and material.
It is tricky to be truly unique with all the stories throughout history.
Yep.
Funnily enough, the first Ice Guy was written by Mark Twain.
The first isekai. Okay. I saw the I heard the text of speech, and it sounded like Ice Guy. Instead of isekai. I really need to actually equip people properly. Headgear. Socks. Silver helm, and instead of socks, we'll go with the stone leggings. Save state. Time to fight the dragon. As our last bit. Okay. Yep. But as fun as
A book called The Yank in King Arthur's Court. A story of some country bumpkin magically ending up in Arthurian stories. Hijinks ensue.
I think it was adapted into a TV, like a film as well, called A Kids in King Arthur's Court, right? If I remember correctly. If memory serves me right. I'm gonna have people cast Boulder first. And I want to combo the arrows if I can. Please kill off the little dragon sidekicks. Very good. You'll use slam. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. Aqualuna. Doot, 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 doot. Anyways, let's just zapper our way towards victory, hopefully. But yeah, that would do like something that would destabilize the faith system that was set in the world. And there's also a cool concept behind like the people who are going to be like the progenitors. Like the 8th race of mechanoids. I was thinking maybe turning them like there's a cool concept that I'm coming up with them, but you know, usually when it's like a concept of like somebody being the progenitor of your world, or basically planting the seed of life onto your world, there's usually a sense of them doing it for some sort of great purpose. But it'll be fun to kind of subvert the trope and said, oh, we just did it. Why? We just did. Like, is there a reason that why that should be in particular? I mean, that'll be like a kind of subversion that of the progenitor trope as well. And that would actually make the threat a lot more existential, because you would expect... Okay, just give me a second while I figure this out. I mean, you would expect the kind of... I'm gonna save here. Wait, why did it? Yeah. Yeah, but that would make it a huge kind of more existential threat rather than the usual, okay, we did it for a purpose you don't understand trope. Or for a higher purpose you won't understand. We are advanced beyond your understanding. No. It's a like kind of existential threat in the scale of you can't do anything. You can't reason with it. Up to the surface. And do we have any other tablets? Druidical scroll. Let's go and have a look at what the Druidical scroll actually gives us. Switching over to the game systems FAQ page over here. It is the wooden scroll. Okay. All it has is anti-fear. I don't think anybody needs that. The only thing that might be useful in this case is for combos. Ah, level 3 panels, wonderful. We have an X art panel that could increase the strength for Ruby, so that's fine. You have Iron Body, which is kind of nice. Water Familiar. Bow Arts, maybe. Let's actually fast forward here. Quick Fix, Daggers, Pacifist and Phobia, Adaptability, Diffuse. Why, Sapphire? Why? Always, 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 always. It's always on the character that you don't get magic for. All right. I'm rage quitting.
LOL, dang it, Sapphire, the one time you aren't a magic user.
Yep, I'm rage quitting. I'm not continuing this anymore. And when we come back, hopefully we'll actually get some panels. And hopefully you'll be back tomorrow rather than just today. But that being said, thank you, my members. Apilux, Random Antacid, Frost Veil, Raphael, Vega Chapa, Doug Bolden, RL, for being members. You guys support me monetarily. And you get some cool badges and emojis for whenever you comment, whenever you comment or say something in the chat. But that being said, if you enjoyed the video, like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe and click on the bell to get notified for whenever I go live. And have a good day, Mana. Have a good day, anybody who's watching this on the VOD. Thanks for making it all the way to the end, which is highly unlikely, but thanks anyways. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye for now.